Hi guys, welcome to my channel today and thanks for joining me. So today guys I'm going to do the topper for the front of my journal. I've got everything at the side of me here. I've had a little play around. I've took a picture of what I'm going to do the front like so I don't forget how I want to do it. I've got all my bits here. I'm going to start off. I've got a piece of corrugated card. I just want to put on a little bit of gesso. I want to still be able to see some of the card, so I'm only going to put a really light coat on it like that. Yeah, so I want to be able to see some of the corrugated cards, so I'm going to add a little bit of colour. I've got this frame here. I'm going to do the same with this, just add a little bit of gesso because I'm just going to add some ink. I do like the actual wood colour, but I thought I'll add a little bit of ink. Okay, so that's all I want to do with them. So I'm just going to put on my heat gun and just dry off that gesso. She says, I've not got it out. What have I done with it? There it is. Just dry off that. Okay, so that didn't take long. I've got two colours. I've got peel paint and wild honey. I'm going to come in with the wild honey first. I'm just going to dab it on. I'm just going to spritz it with my water. And I'm just going to put in my cardboard just to put a little bit of colour on. Don't want too much, like I said. I like to see a bit of the corrugated card. I'm going to put my frame through as well. Okay, right, let me just get my cloth, just wipe that up. Okay, I'm just going to dry those two off. Okay, so next I'm going to come in with the peeled paint. And again, I'm just going to spritz it with a bit of water. Okay, I'm just going to put my cardboard through and just pick up a little bit of that colour. That's it. And the same with my frame. It's all going to sink into this frame, the colour. It's just, we'll have a little bit of colour on there. Like I said, I like the wood colour, to be honest. I didn't want to cover it all up. Let me just get rid of that ink. Okay, I'm just going to dry off again. Okay, so them two are dry. Right, I'm going to bring in the rest of my stuff first. I'm going to start off. I've just got a piece of craft cards here. This is just going to act as like a base to build my topper on. So I'm going to start off by doing some inking around the edge of my papers. What have I done with my tea dye? There it is. I'm going to stick with the same colour ink that we've used throughout the journal. I'm just going to grunge it up a little bit. I've just ripped around this. This is beautiful. It's got like embossing on it. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up. I think it's from Tonic Studios. I am going to stitch it all once I've finished. I had a little play around for a little bit, deciding what I wanted to put on and what I didn't want to put on. I got all sorts of different toppers out, so that's going to go on there. And then I've got a piece of this ripped paper that I've torn. I'm going to ink around this as well. I think it might be one of Artie Maze's, I'm not sure. It was just some green papers that I'd printed off. Okay, and then I'm going to go around my card, over the top a little bit, still a little bit wet that, but it'll be okay. And then I'm going to go over my frame a little bit. Scrunch that up a little bit, and then with this frame I'm just going to pop that to one side for the minute. I've got some of this Nouveau embellishment mousse. This is forest green. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger and just go over the frame a little bit, just so it's got bits of green on as well as. And then I'm going to come in, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to use my Pebeo gold wax. I'm just going to use what's in the lid, and I'm just going to go over, do some gilding on the front of the frame as well. This goes a long way, a little bit of this goes a very long way. I'm just going to do around my edges, a little bit at the top. I just thought that might look nice, the gold. I think I might put a little bit of gold around the other bits as well. Let's just do that little bit there. That's it. Something sticking out, look at the state of that. Right, let's bring these other bits in. Let's see if I can put a little bit of gold around there as well, just around the edges, just to tie it all in together. I did say I was going to do quite a grungy looking cover. Didn't want it to be all clean and simple. I can't do clean and simple no matter how hard I try. Just go around the edge of this a little bit. Yeah, that's nice, and a little bit round here. Yeah, I've only put my finger in the lid and used that. It goes a long way, this stuff. Right, I don't want too much on that bit. And I've also got my topper here as well. This is from Artemisi's watercolour, spring watercolour I think it is. That's going to be my focal image in the frame. So let's just go around that a little bit. Just, you might not even see it when I've put it on the frame, put the frame over it, to be honest. But if we do it, then I know I've done it. Now I've got my hot glue plugged in. It's not my favourite thing to use, but because I'm going to be sticking a couple of embellishments on, I want to make sure they stay on. Right, let's start with this bit then. So this is going to be my base bit. This is just to add a little bit of support. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to use some of this collal to glue it with. I'm not so bothered about the edges because I am going to stitch it. So I'll just put a bit on there, and then that's going to be just to build my topper on, just then it's got a little bit of strength like that. Okay, and then next is my patterned paper. That's going to go on next. I've still got that gilds and polishes everywhere. Yeah, I want to stitch around all these, so I've got my sewing machine at the side of me ready. So that's going to go on next, like that. I'll have to stitch around it before I put my frame on. And then I've got my, what's it called? Corrugated card. I couldn't think what it was called then. My mind went completely blank. Just going to put a little bit in the middle. That's going to go on there like that. Oh, hang on, where did I have my cheesecloth? No, it's not. I've got cheesecloth on next. Piece of cheesecloth, I've missed that off. Right, let's see. I don't know how I'm going to glue this on, to be honest. I just want it so it's hanging. Let's just put a little bit of glue on and see if I can just stick it down just enough to stitch around like that. Yeah, that's it, like that. And then my topper is going on there. So it's just layering it up, really. Yeah, just building up your layers. And then we're going to have the frame, which I'll have to cut around. I'll have to glue that on and then cut around the outside. So what I want to do is I want to stitch this. So I'm just going to go to my sewing machine, stitch this, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched around everything quite scruffily. I've gone round 3 times. I've gone on the backing paper, the pattern paper, and on the corrugated card. So what I want to do now is stick this frame onto my topper. I think I'll use my 3-in-1. I think that might be the best one to glue. I think this should stick it. Hope so anyway. I have got some wood glue, so if this doesn't work I'll get the wood glue out. I think it should hold because it's only really thin paper. Right, let me just put a piece of scrap down there a minute, then I don't get it all sticky all over my desk. Right, let's just put that in the middle. Make sure I've got the words in like that. Yep. And then I'm going to try and cut around it a little bit. Just moving that brush with gesso all over it. I'm just going to try and cut around my frame a little bit. Okay, so I've cut around there, that's okay I think. Let's just move that paper there and then I can see what I'm doing next. So I'm going to stick this on the front now. I think I just want to put a bit more ink just around the edge where I've just cut the papers. Like that. Yeah, that's okay I think. Right, let's get some glue on this then. Just put that on there. So I want to glue all of it. I think I'll use my 3-in-1 again. So make sure it's glued, stays down. I like layers on my covers. I like to build up the layers when I'm doing a cover. Now I won't be able to stitch around this obviously with having the wooden frame on, so just put plenty of glue on and hope it'll stick. It should do pretty good. Right, let's put that in the middle there like that. Just gonna, that's straight. Just gonna hold on to it for a minute just till it grabs properly. And then I've just got a few little bits and pieces, just a couple of little flowers really. I don't want to add much more on than that. I've got some flowers, where are you? These little flowers that have like little bunches I'm going to stick. Where did I put them? I'm just looking on my, I think I had one on that frame there. And where's the other one gone? One down at the bottom there. Like that. And then I've got these little resin flowers. I just add one each side there like that. I don't know whether to put them there. I've got some what do you call it? Oh, I can't think what this stuff here, like Hessian. Where did I have that on my picture? I had that there and that there. Right, let's stick those two down first, then I can work. That's why I put my hot glue gun on, because I thought it would be better for sticking this Hessian and that down. So I'm just going to put some glue on there. I don't want to touch that because it's boiling hot. Right, let's do this bit at the top here. Just put that glue there. Ouch, I've just touched my finger, that hurts. Like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit underneath these resin flowers because I don't think them sticky pads will last forever. Let's take them off. Let's put some glue on there. Down there. I'm going to leave that bit of cheesecloth, you know, hanging up there. I like that sort of rough look. Yeah, I hope this hot glue will stay. keep my flowers on. Right, where should we put these little flowers? Should we put them just there? On the corner of the frame, or on the corner of the on the corner of the hessian, or on the corner of the frame? I can't make my mind up. I think on the corner of the frame. Like that. And then this one. These were from, I think they were from Home Bargains, these little flowers, when I went up visiting my family a few months ago. Yeah, I'm just going to stick that a little bit down there. I don't like that sticking up. And that bit as well. Let's put a little bit of glue there. Stay down. Just hold on to that for a minute. And I think that's it. I don't think I want to put anything else on there. I think I'm quite happy with it like it is. I don't want to overdo it. So let's just get my journal. Take out the signatures. What I want to do, and I might do it while I've got my hot glue gun on, is I wanted to put something down the side of here. I wonder whether to put a piece of this down the side, this hessian. Let's have a little look while I've got my hot glue gun out. Yeah, I'm going to put a piece of that down because it looks a little bit scruffy there where I've stuck the fabric down. So let's just put that there, and then let's have another piece of this just down there. Yeah, because I've still got plenty of room to put in my signatures. I might as well do it with the hot glue whilst I've got it out. This was from Shein, this, when I did a Shein order. Right, let's just turn that round a little bit, and let's just put some glue. I might need another glue stick actually. Another glue stick in. Let's just go along here. Right, let's try and stick that down. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? It looks a bit scruffy on the inside. I'll have to leave that to dry. Got glue strings stuck to me everywhere. Oh dear me. Right, let's do this one. There we go. Right, let's get this other piece. Let's just get these threads off my fingers, and then I can glue the topper on. Yeah, I think that looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that better. It just looked a little bit scruffy there on the edge. So that's going to go like that. So all that I want to do is stick on my topper. I hate doing this bit because I'm always frightened of not getting it straight. If I'd have thought on before I'd stuck that picture of Edith there, I would have stitched this on. But because I've stuck it on now, obviously I don't want stitching on the inside, so I'm just going to have to glue it on. So I think what I'm going to do is use my 3-in-1. I'm going to put plenty of this on, and then put some clips on and leave it to dry properly. Yeah, if I'd have thought on earlier, I would have stitched this on before I'd stuck the paper down, but I wasn't thinking properly, to be honest. It probably would have been the better option, but I've always stuck covers on with this 3-in-1. It's never let me down. Just make sure I put plenty on. Plenty down there. I think that should be okay. Put quite a lot on there, haven't I? Right, let's stand up and let's make sure I get this straight. Is that the right way? Yeah. And let's just put the topper down like that. Just going to press down with it. I've left some of the threads hanging from where I've stitched. Leave them like that. Yeah, so that is it then. So there we go then, there's my cover sorted, so we can start work on the inside soon. As always guys, thanks so much for stopping by and take care, and I'll be back soon with a new video. Bye for now.